Apologies all, and thank you. We appreciate you for staying with us. Technical issues, but we will continue. So, quiz question was there. But before I go back to quiz question, I'll say once again, we have a full house. Everyone is online today, and long may it continue. So, quiz question. Normally, I have a guest the player, I have the image, but this year will be a bit different. Might have some guest the players, might have some quiz questions, might have some other stuff. So we'll keep it moving. Which Premier League team has been, or which team has been relegated from the Premier League the most? Which team has been relegated from the Premier League the most? We've already had West Brom. That was a no. We haven't had anything else apart from West Brom. So obviously, we won't take forever.
I'm gonna guess one more time.
Yep.
West Ham.
Nope.
Oh,
I
okay.
will, to help you guys, I'll give you years.
Ipswich.
Nope, not Ipswich.
No.
1994, 95,
Leicester.
2004, 2005, not Leicester. 2013, 14, 15, 16, 19, 20, and 21, 22. 6 times they've been relegated.
And the last time they got relegated was 21-22.
Yeah.
So they're not been up recently.
So they're not in.
What?
They're not in there.
Someone was close.
Someone in the chat says Burnley.
Nope, it's not Burnley.
Portsmouth.
Not No, definitely not
Nah, it's
Portsmouth.
not Portsmouth.
Norwich.
Yes.
Okay.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yes.
Daryl's
because
got
they-
it. It is Norwich.
Only because of the year, you know. That's what you gave that one up.
It is
Wow.
Norwich. It is Norwich. 6 times, man. But so, all right, cool. We move.
Delia will be turning in their grave. Poor Delia.
See,
Let's be having
people are onto you two already.
Vicky sending
is
shots
onto you.
already, you know. Shots fired, Vicky.
It should.
Is that what we're
I mean,
doing?
it should be Tottenham, but I say Norwich. So she got Norwich. Nope, not
You've only
Southampton.
been in a genuine
Norwich.
relegation scrap 3 times in Premier League history. Just 3.
So, welcome to the show. And first up, the first team we'll talk about. You can see the smile on his face already.
Oh, we're talking about
From ear
Arsenal.
to ear. Arsenal. Arsenal
Arsenal's
opened up the
result don't count.
season against Coventry.
Don't count.
I mean, let's be honest. If you're the champions, or if you won a Premier League, you should be a newly promoted team. Like, you shouldn't be losing to teams that just come up, whether they came first, second, or through the playoffs. That should not be anything other than 3 points.
Not if you want to win the
So-
Premier League, it shouldn't be.
Say again?
Not if you want to win the Premier League, it shouldn't be. If you've got
Yeah,
ambitions
exactly.
of winning the Premier League, you got to beat the new promoted teams. But it's only Coventry, innit?
Yeah.
It was the harder of the. It was the easier of the 3 games that we all had. Of the games all of us had this weekend, didn't it?
You would thought so.
It was only.
But-
It was only.
Look,
Go on.
it wasn't
Sorry.
Go on. Give us your
I
review.
was going to say it was only Arsenal against the champions of the Championship. That's what I was told last week. I mean, we could have been 2-2, but they didn't have a sniff. Inside 2. That game was over inside 20 minutes, and I saw my team look like they were up for it in a way that I haven't seen in a long time. A lot of Odegaard came in, and he's carried on the same form that he had in the Community Shield into that game. He looked like Odegaard from a few years ago, dictating a lot of the play. Zolis came into the team, and he looks like he's been in the league for a little while, and just does simple things, but seems to make the right decision most of the time. And Saka gets a goal. The 3 goal scorers, Odegaard, Saka, and Havertz, and you could arguably say that those 3 players need to have a big season this season. And I think it's interesting that they haven't really played that many games together. I think it's like in the last couple of years, they've only been together in a handful of games. So it was a good victory for the first game of the season, and it was one at a canter. I did like the way that we played football, trying to win the ball back high at the pitch, trying to win it back quick, and the movement of the team as well, because they don't stop moving. They're always trying to. When you see them knocking it back side to side, but then you'll see Saka trying to take up a new position. See Ben White trying to take up a new position. Sometimes Solis was going from left to right, and they're all kind of interchanging. Calafiori goes inverted into midfield. Then he'll go out wide, and it seems you can see what they're trying to do to kind of create space in where teams are going to try and play a low block, and it was just too much for Coventry to manage. And I think after we went 3-0 up, just took the foot off the gas and just saw the game out. Didn't really have to do much in defence as well.
I'll be honest, I started watching the game and I said to the people I was watching it with, Arsenal will be on it in 15 minutes. 15th minute, it will be 1-0. And it just had that feel of it. You put your foot on the pedal from the word go, and then bang. I think it was 14 minutes, 50 something, and then you scored. And I was like, see, this game's dead. And then I was like, oh man, I predicted 2-0. How on earth am I only predicted 2-0? Just because I didn't want to do 3-0 like you guys. 3 if you got it right, well done. But listen, Solis, it's only one game, but I'll be honest, he looks like he's just going to be an efficient player. He's not going to be on highlights reels. He's not going to do fantastic things, but he feels like he's a player that's going to get the job done. He'll get you an assist. He'll get you a goal.
The right thing at the right time.
Say again, Daryl?
I say it feels like he's going to do the right thing at the right time. It's like definitely an upgrade for Martinelli and even Trossard. I'd say definitely. I know Trossard did bits when he had to, but he looks like he's going to come with consistency and make the right decisions at the right time because he plays very well. He probably deserves the goal as well.
Yeah. Listen, it's what we expected. I think it's already been said in the comments that one person, aka MCFC, has said, I haven't seen Arsenal play that well from open play in a long time. Little jab there.
Keep them coming, bro.
James McGrogan has said, with all due respect, Veron, I think Arsenal just did what was expected of them. Almost everyone else exceeded expectations or came up short. Which is, to be fair, they did do what was expected. More often than not, the champions of the Prem handle the champions of the Championship more often than not. So it was easy street, but you did it without even having to break a sweat. And then obviously before the game to hear that Arsenal signed Konsa, which we discussed last week, whether it would be Konsa or Quansah, and ended up being Konsa. It's almost like, come on, man. But it's not one until the end. It's not one until the end.
Hey,
but you got to be confident.
You know what? Yeah, you know that Solis guy is a cheat code, though. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bruv, he is something else. I saw him got on the ball. I said, "Nah, this ain't the new youth that they just bought 2 weeks ago. No way does he look like he's been here for about 3 years and just jinking, man, on every." He's like Saka, but on the left-hand side. You know when Saka was at his peak before he fell off? He's like that. Exactly the same thing, but on the left-hand side. Bevan, you want to say something?
That's the thing.
I'm good. What I'm going to say.
With him there now, Saka's going to be free to be able to do what he used to do because you can't double up on Saka if you've got another friend on the other side now. That's the problem now.
I think you're going to see a different Saka and a different Odegaard this season because they're both fit. They haven't been fit for 2 years, and that's why we saw the drop off. And you can see the difference. That's the whole point of the squad rotation because after 60 minutes, they didn't play the whole game, and they don't need to. There's gonna be a lot of rotation in certain games, so you may see the best of them. And again, it's only the first game of the season, and we beat the team that is in front of us. We're gonna have tougher tests to come, so I'm not getting too carried away about it. I just like the way that I saw my team play football and bop another team off the park from the Championship. Whereas other teams struggled against Championship teams where it's not beating Championship teams ain't for everybody. That's what I'm going to say.
You see this villain arc that you're doing, yeah? It's game week 1, you know, bro. Keep the energy. Keep the energy, car boy. You know I'm here. I'm here, bro.
I know.
So my ears are wide open for all this stuff you're talking, right? Chat, I beg you, just rein Bevan in because...
Wait, hold on.
He started last season, bro. He started last season.
Wait, hold on.
It's worse than mine. Let's be honest. It's worse than mine. You guys
I don't know, James.
Yes,
I
it
don't
was.
know. You're villain arc.
You won't say that because you're Man United. I was calm.
No.
James,
Leon tried to warn us about you the season before. And it was like, listen, James, when he comes out of his box, it's going to be a problem for everyone. And I think we learned the hard way.
I was going to say before we move on, yeah,
Lies.
When we did our predictions for this game, a certain guy said that it was going to be 2-2, and I said that he's hating and why. So then now my team has my team bopped the team off the park 3-0, and their team struggled. I'm the villain. I can't rebut what someone has said. I can't make like his chickens have come home to roost. This is what's happening, isn't it?
Oh, bro. You know what? Have I told you that I dislike you this season? Mate? I haven't, have I?
No, you haven't.
I'm gonna
bruv.
hold this one. I'm gonna hold it because I've got a feeling it's gonna come back again. So just give it a couple more weeks.
So
before we move on to the next segment,
yeah.
Comments in the chat. SW says we need to get another winger though. Eze can't beat our number 2. James McGogan said Arsenal will be chatting bubbles about Ballon d'Ors by Xmas. Gina says Solis was just on point. And Gina's also said one game a week because you lost a hole. So where else better to start than to move on to Man United destroying Hull. Sorry, I misspoke. Man United getting mauled by the Tigers. Oh, thanks. That's as I was saying that. AKA actually said it at the exact same time. So that we're in sync. We're in sync. So, if you haven't, watch Lamont's post-match because it was good. It brought a smile to my face. So thank you for that, Lamont. But let's hear a day after your view on your fantastic performance yesterday.
All right, so calm down a little bit now, yeah. But all the guys that I said in the chat, you're probably a couple comments away from being blocked. Just letting you know, yeah. From my screen, anyway. Yeah, it's bad day at the office, isn't it? I'm glad that we were away because boy, oh boy, first game at home getting mauled by Tigers is not the one. Yeah, there was a lot of things missing out of that game. I think we went into that game complacent. I spoke to Bevan. I don't know if it was after the game, during the game, but I said we went into that game like it was a sure thing. Santos and Tielemans, who are they? Maguire, why is he holding Mbumo? Shouldn't he be holding the whole player? I'm going to tell you now, if it weren't for Lemem's safe hands, yeah, we would have been 3-4, 5-0 down. They had a plan and they executed their plan to perfection. Yeah, they didn't need the ball. They didn't need any kind of like dominance other than the scoreline. And I say it every week. You can have the possession you want, but it's the scoreline. And realistically, you know, we didn't deserve to win that game. We had a couple of pot shots. Olga had a couple. I think Bruno had one, and Bumo had a few, but not like you think to yourself, oh, I'm better, mate.
The worst thing about it is Harry Maguire, he gets criticism for what he did defensively, but he was actually probably the biggest threat for Man United in that game. And that's bad to say. He can be a threat because obviously he's good from set pieces and stuff like that. But he was, I think one person said to me today, he's the only person that shouldn't get flogged.
Well, it's
52
scary
years,
hours.
you know.
It's scary times when the commentator is saying that like he's the best guy in the fence and he's the best guy, he's your best attacker up front. That's awful, bro. That's terrible. You got to do better than that, man. There's a lot of problems that I saw in that team, and it goes to show that like you got all these signings, but gentlemen, football is not one on paper, bruvs. It's one on the pitch.
Mm-hmm.
And there's one thing that you can sign players, but if they've got no desire and no heart to win, then it's not going to happen. What was Hull's game plan? To win the ball back, to get up to the pitch and put crosses into the box. If you're going to stop crosses, you got to get close to the man. It's not like you got to do a lot to stop those crosses. And the fullbacks didn't have it. Mazraoui cut his hair off and looks like
oh
my
days, bro.
Him and Mbeumo look like the same person now. He's just taller. but like on one side he can't stop the defender, on the other side Mbeumo can't go past the man, and like the midfield, Tielemans and Santos.
It's
They
new.
were just it was new, but it's
new.
mistakes.
It's new.
But Tielemans has been here before. He's been in the Premier League, and he left. He couldn't pass. He couldn't make passes. Simple
Bro,
5.
don't give them man grace. Don't give them man grace at all about new. It don't matter.
And you got
I won't.
And then you got them making Ollie McBurney look like prime Drogba. You're just bullying them.
Thanks, Bevan.
What I thought was interesting
all season,
because you looked short. Like you look short fitness wise, and then I think soon as it's always works that way. The algorithm just throws up stuff. Then after the game lost, first thing that pops up is Rio Ferdinand interviewing Tielemans, and Tielemans like, "Yeah, we haven't done any running in preseason. We haven't done any running." And Rio Ferdinand's like, "What? You haven't done running?" He goes, No. We haven't really done any running in preseason. And the shock on Rio's face is probably the same shock that those poor traveling fans had twice. Because first they had to watch Man United get destroyed, and if I'm not mistaken, the Tanay said the trains have been cancelled to Manchester. To make it even worse, you sit through that and your train gets cancelled. So listen, I shouldn't be laughing at them because that's peak for them. But it's just the day. It's the day. I'll go through the comments quickly because there have been some good ones. James McGrogan, I wish the whole fans would sack it with the more joke. The whole city shares the same joke. It's sad. Vicky says Hull went into the game with a plan and executed it perfectly, with Hull playing 5 at the back and 4 across the middle. We needed a player that can break lines. Dorgu is not that player. He needs space. It's actually interesting because managers always like to say this. It's almost like whataboutism and after the fact. In his post-match, he's like, we watched Man United, we knew their weaknesses, and that's what we went for. And it sounds like he was right. James McGrogan, one positive to be taken is getting lots of crosses in is something Carrick wants. Now, all right, we didn't have the presence as such in there, but going forward, we're getting Sesko club card ready. He's getting Sesko club card ready. Santos looked like he preferred the Tigers to the Red Devils, giving the ball to them so many times. That's from Vicky again. And AKMCFC says, Watch United going to be looking for a new manager by Christmas. Mark my words.
By the way, yeah, when he talks, AK, when this guy says stuff, it comes into fruition a lot of the time. So, AK, can you stop putting that in the ether?
Do you know what? If I don't think a manager merry-go-round is what you need at United. You need stability, to be honest with you. And Carrick's made a bad choice. That wasn't the game for Dorgu, and the rotation that you had up front was just not what it needs to be. It's the first game of the season. Yeah. If you can't get much worse than that. The only way is up or relegation.
All right, last question for you, Lamont, because obviously I've heard this a lot. He picked the wrong team. What would your starting 11 have been?
No, it's attitude, bro.
The starting 11 was fine, just attitude.
Not necessarily. I would have probably started Rashford because he's way more direct than the likes of Cunha and Mbeumo and Dorgu. Playing Dorgu on the left, Mbeumo on the right, Cunha false 9. You need someone direct. You know what I said? I think I spoke to Bevan. I said I would have started with Seshko. I know he was injured, but I would have probably started with Seshko. And then that would have allowed us to have a target man. If they're playing 3 at the back, for me, means that you don't have confidence in your defense. So realistically, we need to get at them. We need to play through the lines. Bruno has the ability to break lines. I would have liked to see the likes of Martinez because he's also someone that can find a pass. But all in all, the team that we set out, James, to answer your question, they are capable of beating a newly promoted Hull City. It's just the attitude, in my opinion. Bevan, honestly, this is a family show. You are gonna make me react. My weekend has been horrible. My weekend has been horrible, bro. Apart from today, yeah.
You know what? The thing is as well, I forgot about Captain Clutch. Where was he? Sorry. Where was he? What happened?
Yeah, he was nowhere. Bruno was nowhere to be seen, bro.
He's still enjoying the fake 21 assists. Because he should be on
He's
20,
gonna
right?
get his award this week, bro. But he doesn't need to. They should postpone it just because of that performance this weekend.
Okay, cool. You've had yours. Right, we move on. Not sure people are gonna want to move on to this one, but we will. Bees sting Spurs. I said to Leon when he had his predictions, "Come on, bro, you gotta be more positive. Right, it's a new season." Bevan Riley said to me in the week or after the game, I think Leon was right, you know. And Leon put an emoji of a look like, "Shut up, bro. Don't chat to me." So we have 2 Spurs fans. So take your pick. Well, who wants to dissect it first? 3-0. Was it as bad as a scoreline looks?
Worse. Much worse. Obviously, it's the first game of the season. And it's the first time that the Zerbi's obviously tried to change to the style of play that he wants. But the team he selected was never, ever going to be good enough to deal with what Brentford had. Going in with a forward line of Tell, Richarlison, and Mikey Moore was never going to do it. And then the choice of playing the midfield of Tonali, Gallagher, and Bergvall also was, it just never looked like it was going to work. Gallagher, for all of the hype around him being a bulldog, don't really see what he's offered since he's been with us. Bergvall, as much as he's looked promising at times, he was at fault for both goals, or partially at fault for losing the ball, and in one of the instances trying to do a ball roll rather than going in with a solid tackle, he's lost out, and Brentford has scored. They fully deserved the win. It could have been much worse. Probably could have been about 7-0 with some of the chances they had. Kinski kept us in it, but arguably he could also be at fault for a couple of the saves that went straight out to Brentford players. But then defensively, the team hasn't reacted and responded in a way that you need to in the Prem, and we've been punished. I think De Zerbi said at the end of the game that, the players from a fitness point, some of them are not quite ready yet. But if you look at how we dealt with pre-season and some of the way that he managed games and managed minutes, it doesn't make sense for him to say that now. Like, your job is to make sure the team's prepared, and if certain players aren't ready to and aren't fit enough to start, then you go with the guys that are good to go. The only real positive was probably Mateus Fernandez, who, when he came on second half, he looked really good. But apart from him, I don't really have many good points to raise. And I just felt like Brentford, in terms of getting crosses in the box, we never looked like stopping them. We never even tried to stop them from getting crosses in the box. And every time it went in there, they looked like a danger. And for Van Hecker and Senesi, who are quite tall, you'd think they'll be able to dominate in the air. They got absolutely bulldozed by Brentford, really. So fair play to Brentford. They put Tottenham to the sword. They fully deserved the win. Could have been more, and much more work for the Derby to do, and just shows you how much work still needs to be done at Spurs. So
before you go, Daryl, Leon or Daryl, you can ask. Maybe you can answer that question. Why do you think Fernandez didn't start? Because I was shocked, to be honest.
Fitness.
He's the most expensive player.
Fitness.
Was it fitness?
Yeah.
Was it an injury?
Yeah, he was carrying an injury in pre-season, so his minutes were being managed then.
Okay.
Tonali was the more expensive midfielder, by the way, James.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, he had been carrying an injury during pre-season, so he hadn't played as many minutes as we wanted to during pre-season. So that's why he probably came on. But I think many people have said this in the past: if you're good enough to be on the bench, you're good enough to start. And in this type of game, I don't mind the fact that he didn't necessarily start this, because our injury record is so poor. It would have been a risk to play him from the start if they're saying that he was, they're trying to work him back into fitness. But it just shows, man, we spent money, but we still got many areas to fix still, in my opinion.
For me, it's a case of I don't really know what the plan was going into that match. Don't know what the lineup was about. You saw Arsenal on Friday have everyone back. Like they played their strongest squad possible. You could argue, like Bevan, you probably would agree that that's probably the strongest squad you had out there. We've got players, Deserve talks about managing minutes, but we had a whole lot of players that you'd consider first team that were available or being managed that didn't start, and it's going to show that our front line, which I was worried about before the game, is not good enough. I know we've made transfers now that address that, and I'm hoping those guys come in and prove a point. It's the same old case as last season where the squad depth, the quality in it is not enough, and we're going to get found out in games where we don't have top players. And I'd say Tonali was a bit disappointing in the game. Fernandes was good when he came on. Bergwijn, I feel like he doesn't fit the system anymore, the way that Deserve wants to play. So I'm just going to struggle to see him in a place down in midfield. And the rest of the players, again, like minutes being managed, people on the bench, people not in the squad. Loads of people's fantasy teams got messed up because Porro didn't start. And I know he's got to the final of the World Cup, won it, and he's had extended time off and stuff like that. But these guys get paid hundreds of thousands of pounds a week. Turn up, make sure you can play. I don't get it really, personally. But Brentford are a good team at home. We've known that. That's what they're about. Optimism keeps always getting us, like Lee and both predicted, wins or even points. And it goes to show that we're not ready yet, personally, and we're just going to have to hope that comes and Deserve can get them playing the way he wants. And once the team's tuned into that with the players that we've got, then maybe results will be better. But right now, that's a real sting, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. I knew there was always a chance Tottenham could lose, but I didn't think it would look that ugly, to be honest. Like you guys have said, that because he was there, and he was mainly firefighting at the end of last season, so he wasn't properly laying down the proper foundations. But I don't know, maybe so many new players being bedded at one time, maybe that's the issue. But do either of you think that this is a sign for the future, or I know you're both a bit pessimistic in general with the way Tottenham's been over the last couple of years, but with the players you've bought, and obviously news coming through, Savinho agreed, you've verbal agreement for Marmoush, so that's good attacking talent coming through the door. Is there a light at the end of the tunnel?
If he can get them playing the way and the style that he wants, and these players go out there and put in the performance and show the same thing like Bevan said. If you don't want it, don't put the performance in. It ain't going to come to you. This is the Premier League, so he needs to get that out of the players. The players that were on the pitch, we've got some new signings out there, some very good players out there, and they didn't perform. So Deserve's got to get performance out of these guys, and maybe the competition with the new players coming in may help towards that. But it wasn't a good look, personally. I didn't see anything different to the last two seasons in that performance out there. It was shocking.
Okay, we do have some movement in the comments, so let's see what these guys have been saying about you guys, about Spurs. So James McGrogan, so Spurs right for shopping in TK Maxx. We've got Vicky. The Tottenham players kept dropping in the soap. AKMC. Oh, so them man thought Richarlison and Solanke aren't good enough. Let me go ahead and buy Mr. Bench warmer Marmoush. Thank you for taking him and Savini off our hands. So obviously he's happy that they've gone.
I'll be honest, I'm happy we've got them. The Man City bench warmers are better than the players that we've got for the last 2 seasons. So yeah, I'll take him.
I hear that. They should be improvements. Shows where Spurs are paying big money for City's bench warmers, who are both better than what they currently have at the attack, which Darryl has admitted to himself just now. And then you've got just come in. Surprised both of them are willing to go to Spurs considering the mess they're in. Leon, what's your view on that? Them people being surprised they're willing to come. Is it as bad as that?
Well, it's got to be like Tottenham, obviously, from as much as people want to say about how bad they've been, they're still a top 6 club or a big 6 club, if you want to call it that, because I think in the last 20 years, they failed to qualify for Europe, I think 3 times. So from that perspective, from a consistency perspective, they've shown that they are a big team. But the problem is that they've underperformed, and in a similar way that Tottenham have failed, like as much as Tottenham have done well to build the club from a commercial standpoint, it shows how much of a lack of, I guess, ambition from a team perspective. Like the club has not been running the right way. 2 17th place finishes. Like normally you wouldn't see 2 players willing to go from Man City to Spurs. But clearly De Zerbi's obviously spoken to them, and you have to think that his influences dictated them to come in, because we've tried to sign Savinho for about 18 months and only now we're sort of getting that over the line. Omar Mamouche was being chased by a lot bigger teams, but a lot better teams than us prior to him going to City. So the fact that we were even in a chance to get him, you know, I'm surprised, but it just shows that Tottenham are still a big draw, and that's just because of the heritage. But right now, they've got a lot of work to do. De Zerbi has got a real task on his hands, and I think he knew that coming in.
Yeah.
So we can't expect change overnight. It's going to take time. It's going to be a difficult road, and as much as Thomas Frank said, you know, we're gonna lose football matches. De Zerbi's not coming with that kind of talk.
Yeah.
But we're gonna lose football matches, regardless of whether we think De Zerbi is a better man for the job, and he probably is, because he has much more of an attacking perspective and attacking philosophy. We're gonna lose matches. The key is showing the fight, and in the same way that Montz is unhappy with the way Man U showed a lack of hunger, that's exactly what you say about Spurs. And that's how that Spursy tag has come about over the years, is the fact that they have a tendency to let these kind of performances occur too often in the season.
Fair. Okay, before we move on. Go on, Leon. I got something, Leon.
Because I was going to say that, like, I get it. It's terrible. Like, the performance was bad, and the goals that you conceded were also awful. They can be fixed though, because it's still early in the season. We're talking like we're 1 game in, and the team has still got time to gel. And I'm not the guy to be bigging up Tottenham or giving them any kind of props whatsoever. Because you really and truly, like, Marmouche is an upgrade from Richarlison, because Richarlison has what is the opposite of Velcro, because that was on his boots. I don't know if it's like Teflon, because the ball wasn't sticking. So you need those upgrades, even if it is like players from City that they don't want. That might be they might get you to another level, and then you upgrade from those kind of players. But it's early doors, isn't it? And maybe De Zerbi can get the team firing, but he did look a bit dejected on the sideline on the pitch when I was watching the game.
Probably would have been way worse if it was 4-0. They're lucky my man missed the penalty.
Perhaps it could have been 3-0 at half time.
Yeah,
Could have been 3-0 at half time.
Thiago still hasn't
Leon-
recovered from that Brazil saga, boy.
He
I'm
hasn't.
telling
He
you,
hasn't.
bruv.
He has not.
like Leon said, it could have been 7, and that's not even an understatement. It could have been more. And actually, we had chances. Like Mikey Moore had a couple of chances that
Yeah.
he should have put away. But let's also give props and credit to Brentford, because they played very well, and their new signings
Sangari.
Don't,
Sagari
bruv.
turn up.
Take a bow, son.
For those that have been watching, I've been calling, and I've been calling for Sagare all summer as one of the options, because I knew he was not going to cost 80 million like Fernandez and the rest of them. He was going to come up 40 million. So if he made a couple of mistakes and needed time to bed in, yeah, he's 40 million. He's not another 100 million pound signing. And what does he do? He comes in, bang, man of the match performance. DM, well, he was playing at 8, but DM does a 1-2 outside the box, crosses it in, assist. And what makes it worse is Lewis Potter. Yeah, we love him. We know that if we lose the ball, he's going to win it back. He didn't say it once. He started his interview with that, and he ended the interview with that. We just love him because if we lose the ball, we know he's going to win it back. So the reason why I said that, because I'm moving on to my team. And the annoyance I have with today's performance and what is going forward. But before I do that, there were some comments that I will not read out before, and that were on Tottenham. MKet says, De Zerbi has spoken to them and made promises he won't be around to keep. I'm pretty sure he'll be around for a bit longer than that. Already posted up, relegation is already confirmed. And I think that's about it. So we move. Liverpool weren't going to be next, but you know what? I'm still a bit annoyed. So I'll push Man City down one, and we'll talk about the Liverpool game, because I was hoping we would have done what Man City did and come back and won the game. But our problems that I was hoping would be solved, and I knew they wouldn't be because we didn't buy a defensive midfielder, came to roost. Liverpool are so easy to get at on the transition. The first goal they scored, I'm there. I'm thinking, Gravenberch, great. You've done something good now. Shoot. Like, he's running in towards the box. The goal is opened up. There's no defender closing him down. All he had to do was shoot. Find the corner, find your spot, shoot. And he tries a fancy square pass, which some people criticize Isak for. It was never getting to Isak because he played it behind Isak. And it was never had enough power in it or pace on it to get to Gakpo. So then what happens? Within 10 seconds, we've conceded. And why is that? Because our number 6 is at the edge of their box shooting and no one's covering. And my issue with Liverpool is we're the only team, people say we've got Endo, but you can't class him. He's 33. He's not an elite player or a top centre back, defensive midfielder. We're the only team in the Premier League, including newly promoted Premier League, that doesn't have a defensive midfielder or a midfielder that thinks defense first. That thinks, you know what, teams have gone forward. What happens if something goes wrong? Because invariably, that's how we concede goals. The what ifs. The what ifs becomes goals. So that annoyed me from the jump, because then we started off okay, possession-wise, but then Newcastle can just sit and counter-attack all game because they're 1-0 up. And it makes it an easy game for them. They played well. I'm not going to knock them. They played well, considering what they've been through. New manager after manager quits, losing pretty much the spine of their team, or towards the top end anyway. Still not recovering from last year's attackers leaving. But I give them credit. Vissa played well. Probably should have got sent off, but that would have been soft. That yellow card with a trip, he was trying to pull out of it. So it's just poor. And then to hear at the end of the game, Iriola intimate that, basically because he's been told that he's not going to get in the defensive midfielder. No, we're going to be fine without signing any more midfielders. Like, it feels like we're going to be in a world of pain, because apparently his pressing system is going to mask the fact that we don't have any defensive-minded midfielders.
Well, if that's the
So
case,
Gravenberch-
hold on.
Not defensive-minded. Let's be honest. Gravenberch's not defensive-minded.
He's
No,
an
he's
8.
not-
He's
not
not a
defensive
6.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, I suppose so.
And because if that's the case, then you can't have him so high up the pitch. There's got to be cover. Then you're having a high line, and you're going to be running the same mistakes or the same problems that you had in this game. Because that high line, if you saw the way that they used Elanga to attack Kirkes, because he could every time he ran behind him, he knew that he was going to be in problems, and you can't. Then you're going to have to adapt and play a different style of football because it's not going to necessarily work for you. It could be there's going to be other players in the league that are going to have a similar kind of mentality of the way of playing, and you're going to have those teams where they're going to be bullies in midfield. So it's going to be interesting to see how that pans out for this season. And I think as well, the thing is, the goal that you scored, the second goal you scored was well taken by Gakpo.
The
first goal, Gakpo's goal was taken very well, but he was given acres of space. And really, Gravenberch was at fault for 2 goals. Yeah. I thought because it was his mistake that were allowed them to break on Willock's goal. And on the break, it was way too easy for Newcastle to get in behind you a lot of the time.
When you have a defensive midfielder, a natural defensive midfielder, they make those fouls, those tactical fouls. You're not getting to our box. I'll pull your shirt, I'll kick your heels, and they don't care about the yellow card because all they care about is you're not going to score. You're not going to score.
James, what about Endo?
He's not good enough. And he just come back from injury. Like he literally February, he hasn't played a competitive game since February. He done his ankle knee in February, came back towards the end, then injured himself before the World Cup, so he missed the World Cup. But really and truly, he's 33. He was supposed to be a stopgap. He was supposed to be a stopgap, and he is stopped. And he said, "I'm not leaving." That's the problem. Liverpool have opened for him to leave. He said, "I'm seeing out my contract. Liverpool's my dream club, so I don't blame him. It's not his fault."
So have you got anyone at the other age range? Any
Unfortunately, no.
You look like you're relying on some of your youth players already this season.
Not proper DMs, right? We've got Nyoni. He's 19. He's a good passer, but he is sharper defensively. But we've only seen that preseason. Preseason is a whole other ball game. In preseason, he looked more switched on than the others did. But that's not real football in terms of it's not competitive. Are we gonna entrust him, which we might have to run that? I don't know. But from preseason, he looks like yeah.
You got to try though, innit, James? I know what you're saying. You're in a catch-22 situation, right? Me personally, I feel like Gravenberch, you could probably deploy him in a double pivot scenario, but you can't have your singular.
He's in a double. He's in a double.
Yeah. No. All right. So with Nyoni, I feel like him next to Gravenberch, I don't see why that couldn't work.
It wouldn't be that though. It wouldn't be that. That's the problem. It won't be that. It will be him and Szoboszlai. Right now, because it's Wirtz and like I've said it to you guys before, I don't think Wirtz, Szoboszlai and Gravenberch works. And that's what's going to be the first choice. Yeah. So it wouldn't be. I agree. It probably would be better with Nyoni and Gravenberch. But what do you do with Wirtz? You guys obviously will say drop him, but he's not going to do that. He's not straight away. His job is to make it work. You spent this money on Wirtz and Isak. There's talk that they've been training together. Like in training sessions, they're a double act in training sessions. That's how it's working to try and get them together. So listen. I'm praying that it's going to work somehow. Because even McAllister's come in and he might be a difference maker because he has got a bit of nasty about him. He will do those tackles, but is he quick enough to catch up to anybody to make those tackles? It's going to be my problem. He might not be. Listen, before I let you guys say from one, listen, they already said in the comments, Liverpool cooked. Havana says Liverpool cooked. Let's keep it a buck. MTech says Liverpool should buy Tyler Adams. He'd be improvement in terms of mentality, yes. But there's other guys out there that I think are better that we should be looking at. Vicky says Liverpool looked like they had just played a whole season. AKMC FC says it's mental how you man Liverpool being that ain't had a DM since Fabinho, and I agree it is mental, but I've been saying it since he left that we need one. Someone is MKMC is saying grab Gavi, yeah, right. Grab Gavi from Barca. He already doesn't start now. There's no way Gavi's leaving that team, bro.
Yeah, but he doesn't start, bro. So it's not like out of reach.
He won't leave there. Those kids there that love that club, unless they get kicked out, they're not leaving. And he loves that club.
Yeah.
He's not getting he's not leaving.
I'm not leaving.
Man dyed his hair, everything. Not for them, for Spain, really. But and Bruce the Tyrant, if Liverpool need an engine, don't make me laugh. Take Gallagher. You know what?
I was gonna read that.
I'll even put it up. Because I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy to not read it. Liverpool need an engine, take Gallagher for free of charge. No thanks. No thanks. Give me Tottenham's youngest ever captain. I'll take that instead. But yeah,
Archie Gray is your DM.
I'll take him over Gallagher. I don't want either as a DM, but I'll take him over Gallagher.
Would you take Archie Gray as your fourth captain?
I like Archie Gray, to be honest. I think he's a good youngster.
Would you put him as your fourth captain?
That's another story.
Fifth captain.
Is it fifth? Yeah. Potato, boy.
The thing is, though, like, as bad as it was today,
you said that, Lamar. We did that last season as well. Yeah, we had multiple.
I know, and you was in relegation battle.
Right. And the season before, so was you. So shut up.
No, but you just said last season. That's what we were talking about. I was only responding to what you said.
So was you, it's a family show. Remember?
Go on, Bevan.
That, yeah.
No, I was just gonna say that, like, as bad as it was in certain parts in that game, it was still Newcastle, and we know that Newcastle have got a thing about not wanting to beat Liverpool and struggling to beat Liverpool. And then Newcastle did Newcastle things with 30 seconds to go.
You called it as well.
Yeah, I'm telling you, they are going to
Newcastle.
Was it a penalty?
Listen.
Was it a penalty? Because people try to say it wasn't a penny. That's
it's unfortunate. It's accidental, but it's
a pen. It's a pen. He's got nowhere near the ball. He's clattered into the player. That's a pen these days, man.
I feel like the player went into him, to be honest.
Do you know what? Listening to James, I forgot it was a draw, because after listening to
James, I know you forgot it was a draw because, but let's be honest, the way the teams are, we should still possibly have won that game. Like, it's all new for Newcastle in terms of the preseason being fully disrupted.
I think the draw.
But I think it's the Kevin Keegan thing, the whole Kevin Keegan thing at the beginning. God rest his soul. It was great memorial. It was great stuff done for him, and it gave them that extra. We can't disappoint the crowd. The crowd were buzzing. The players grew an extra 5 centimeters height wise.
Literally.
So, and it was definitely was hostile. Like, even Szoboszlai, the penalty, no one's saving that. No one's saving that. But he said he couldn't even hear anything. The referee blew the whistle, and he said, I had to look at him to say, "Can I take it?" And he's like, "Yeah, I've blown the whistle." Wow, so that extra pressure, and he just roofed it. There's people saying Isak should have taken it. Listen, yes, he was bought for 125 million, but if I've got Isak that has a 72% conversion record for penalties, and I've got Szoboszlai that's 90%.
Come on,
I'm taking Szoboszlai every day of the week. You got Gakpo that's 92%. I'm taking.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Gakpo's got 92%. He's missed 1 penalty in his career, and you've got McAllister 90%. So sorry, I don't care if you cost 125 million. You've got 3 guys that are 90% plus. Your fourth choice, bro.
Plus, you're not playing the occasion, innit? You're not playing the occasion, bro. You just got to play the game, bro.
He didn't play well either.
People are saying that for the confidence, That's what it is.
Yeah. So AKMC says every time Isak touched the ball, the stadium went mental. Yeah, it did.
It did. Yeah,
it did go mental. But he didn't stink the place out. But we know he can play better. Mm-hmm. The one on his left foot in the middle of the goal, he's got to hit the target, and he skied it. He skied it, man. So listen, I expect better from him as the season goes on, and I know for sure we will get better as the season goes on. But yeah, I know it sounded doom and gloom, But I think 2-2 was a fair result. I don't think Newcastle did enough to win it, and we certainly didn't. But I don't think we deserve to lose that game, if I'm being honest. We were up on XG, up on shots, up on corners, up on every possession. We didn't deserve to lose that game. So I'll take the point and keep our run. I was really writing. It's our first defeat at home since Tottenham in 2012. Not home, sorry, first day of the season since Tottenham in 2012. That's the last time we lost the first game of the season. So the 14 games continues. But we move. Man City got out of jail. They got out of jail because Bournemouth couldn't quite hold it. Good goal. But Maresca, I said it in the group, what are you doing? He scores a goal, so it's going to seem like it's vindicated, but why is Gurley playing DM?
Brother, did you see the interview?
No, I didn't see it.
After? Even
no,
Gay was back. He was like, it was a surprise to me too. Like,
Seriously?
yeah, that's what he said. It was a surprise to me too. But obviously, they got the result. So ultimately, that's what matters. But, in his head, Gay, and I was saying it to my boy earlier on, Gay is not meant to play in front of the ball. He's meant to play behind the ball.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the smarts for that. But
No.
he's got a very good goal, which is well within his ability. And I feel like Maresca just needs to go back to the drawing board with trying to be a maverick and maybe just stick to what he knows, which is play the players in the right positions and get the result.
That's what we did at Chelsea, though. He did that at Chelsea. Remember, he played what's his name? James in midfield.
But James can do that though. But
James Cucurella coming into midfield.
Yeah. But James has got the IQ to play in that role. Like we've seen that through his career. He can play centre mid. But in regards to just Maresca, and I don't know why Samson decided to cut his hair off. I mean, he missed a sitter from 6 yards out for me, and didn't do nothing else after that. Yeah, it was just looking at City. They're definitely gonna just kind of like feel satisfied that they got away with 3 points and just look forward to next week and just go back to the drawing board.
Turkey needs to find his fitness and start, because Phil Foden, both games, Community Shield and today, he just doesn't seem ready. He's falling on the floor. He's complaining about fouls. Listen, you're a number 10 that's skillful. No, ain't nobody's gonna let you twist and turn them and play touch football. You're gonna get aggressive tackles. You got to deal with it. You got to ride that tackle. End of the day, and Shirky did, and he assisted the winner. It was a great little turn. Comes back, a great pass, and if you didn't know Gvardiol was a centre back, you wouldn't think of the centre back the way he finishes.
No.
Yeah, he's a baller though. I thought he was offside,
Yeah, so did I at first, but then you saw the foot really.
You saw,
Yeah,
toenails.
If you trust VAR in their foolishness.
Bro, VAR was good this weekend, though, bro.
We've only got 10 minutes on this show.
VAR didn't make mistakes this weekend, as far as I can see.
McGregor's asked a question, so you can continue on that one. How are we? It says, are we all happy with VAR and referees this weekend?
There's nothing. I don't think there was any contentious decisions.
Red card.
I think
wasn't a red. No, I don't think there's a red card. I don't think so.
I think it was,
he's not. If he was studs up, then it's a red card. But it's not.
What do you mean? He was studs up.
No, he wasn't. He didn't catch him. Where did he catch him? How did he catch him?
You don't need to catch a player to get a red.
Did he catch him with the studs?
No, I'm saying you said he never said he was studs up. I'm saying he was.
But
now you're saying did he catch him with the studs? But I'm saying he came into the challenge studs up. He doesn't have to catch the player to get a red.
So what do you have to do? Tickle him?
No, Bevan, you're asking a question, innit?
But I'm asking a question because how did he catch him?
Okay, so if he throws a punch and doesn't catch him, he doesn't get a red. Is that what you're telling me?
That's violent conduct. That's not a part of the game.
But so studs up. Studs up is violent conduct, bro. It's violent conduct. It's dangerous play.
Bro, it's dangerous play if you touch the player. If you don't touch the player of the studs, it's not dangerous play.
It's true.
Wait, your rule book must be
got lucky.
That's not my rule book. That is the rules. If
you don't touch the player, you don't get that's not the
that's a in the action of football. In the action of football,
where
you
the
can't go and
studs have been showing, but that's not what's being caught. That's not what's called the player. and they've got away with the yellow. It's just reckless rather than dangerous.
Yeah.
So careless rather than reckless. So you should have got a yellow.
Yeah,
That's what you got. Yeah, you got yellow, isn't it?
that's what you got.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So before we move on, AKMC FC says Foden at his best when he's a 10. He needs to get off that wing. While Doku's still injured, we need to start Cherky and keep Semenyo on the left, like we did today. I think Semenyo tried. He did well enough. But yeah, Cherky is a difference maker. You give him that.
Semenyo was their only outlet going forward, James.
Yeah.
To be fair.
It wasn't. There was no end product though.
Well, they got a new winger coming in. And obviously, as you all know, I'm always asking for new players. Alan from Palmeiras, 40 million. Looks like he's going to place for Savinho. So, boy, almost half of Savinho's fee coming back in from Brazil. So we'll see what he does. We'll move on because we discussed it last week. Aston Villa losing so many key players. What is it going to be like for them this season? Yes, they've got a top manager that he's been around the block. He knows what he's doing. But come on, 4-0, torn apart. Villa were literally torn apart, and that was 4-0 before even 40 minutes. And then to top it off, João Gomez has a brain explosion and kicks out as he's on the floor because it was silly. And at 4-0, that's the last we can ask for.
Bro, I think he gave up. I think he decided he had enough.
But he's used to it. Bro, he paid for Wolves last year, bro. We're used to losses.
He came to Villa and said, I don't want no more losses. I want to lose no more.
He's also used to getting yellow cards, so
Yeah.
no shocks here. Let's be honest.
But if you saw the way that what he's done, because he gave away the goal, he gave away the ball for what, the third goal?
Third goal, yeah.
He gave it away for the third goal, and then when he's involved in the tackle, you're gonna kick the guy in the stomach and touch him with the studs. Now that is a red card, man.
No, but you know what? Yeah, he was already on the yellow as well.
Was he?
Yeah, he was already in the yellow because he went like that. He tried to show a fake yellow card. Yeah. But yeah, Villa, they look like they're in disarray, man. They're in problems. They got to sort that out quick. Can't afford to lose any more midfielders.
Quick ain't the words.
Yeah.
On FIFA, that was pass the control at half time, boy.
It doesn't help losing your best centre back. To be fair, he hadn't done any preseason anyway, but it still doesn't help losing your best centre back. But it looks like they're looking at bringing a centre back from Belgium. I think Ordonez from Ecuador. I think he's Ecuadorian. I think they're looking to bring him in as soon as possible. But he's got work to do, man. Champions League games as well. If it was just one game a week, it would be quicker. But he's got to fix that while navigating Champions League. It's going to be tough. But before we move on to that one, you have to give Brighton credit. They got no wingers. We're trying to take one of theirs, who's out for 2 months anyway. That's another story. No wingers, but Hinchwell, he's a weird one, because you think to yourself, he doesn't look spectacular, but he's a good, tidy little footballer. Gets goals at important times, plays anywhere. You see him play left back, you see him play right back, you see him play DM, you see him playing wing. He's a tidy little player. Whether he'll get a move like the rest of the guys, I'm not sure. I think he might be just one of those ones that's homegrown with Brighton and does well there. But for them to be 4-0 up so early, credit to them. Like, the manager, very young as he is, Hurtsela, doing a good job there, especially with so much transition through the door, in and out, and getting new players. So, yeah, well done, Brighton. So, last game. Oh, that was the last game. So, won't say much. We'll do a quick fire. They're going. Before I do a quick fire.
Can I just say one thing, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is just on the red card, yeah? The rulebook dictates that endangering the safety... Listen, the rulebook dictates that endangering the safety of an opponent or using excessive force in serious foul play, an attempt to use excessive force or brutally when challenging for the ball requires a red card, whether contact is made or not, yeah? So if a player flies in, high speed, intensity or two-footed lunge with studs fully exposed, completely out of control, but the opponent maliciously dodges it, that's still within the rights for that guy to be red carded. So it is perspective, but I'm saying there's one for both sides. So you are saying you think it's a yellow, but I'm saying it's a red. If I'm the referee, I'm booking him there because he wasn't in control, and he could have easily damaged endangered the player's safety.
But you said it in that comment that you're talking about intent to. Do you think? Do you
What do you
feel
mean?
it was his?
Bro, he wasn't in control. He wasn't in control, but Daryl, that's my whole point.
But you can be not in control without intending to hurt someone, bro.
If he's not in control, then his intention.
Do you remember last season when Dallo stamped on a guy's knee and this guy said it wasn't a red card, but this one is?
Yeah, all right. Okay, we're going backwards. Yeah? No, but you're going backwards, Bevan. We're talking about just this instant. No, we are, because we're just talking about instant.
We pick and choose when it's a red card.
No, it's not picking and choosing. I'm just saying for this instance, you asked a question about the referees this weekend, not last season. So if you talked about last season, then we could take Dallo. No, I'm saying to you, from my opinion, based on the rules, he should have been sent off because he wasn't in control.
That's because you got a vendetta against VAR, bro.
No, bro. It's in the rules. I just read the rules out to you. I didn't make that up myself.
That's not out of control, bro.
So what part of that was in control, Bevan? What part of it was in control? Both feet off the floor. I don't need to, bro. I saw it. I saw the action. He was out of control, bro. He had no control.
Did the guy go off the pitch? Did the other guy go off the pitch? Was he injured? Did he hurt him? Bro,
I just read it out to you. All right, forget it then. Forget it, because you're not even listening. I already said to you, if he misses the player, the whole point is he doesn't have to have contact to get a red card. That was the point.
Intent. Did you see the word intent?
He wasn't in control. That is also part of it.
And also intent.
So to box it off, I think it ain't ticking off boxes. That's why I look at it. There were bits and pieces, but I don't think it ticked enough boxes to be a red.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think that's fair. So,
still a
quick
red.
Fire for the last few games of the round. Everton 2-0 Crystal Palace. In fact, no, sorry, people in the chat. I did put them up, but Brighton's 4-0 first half was mental, and let's pray that he's good in the Prem as Ryan. I think I was referring to Alan. But yeah, Everton 2, Crystal Palace 0. Dewsbury Hall's early strike, and Palace should have had more from their chances. They hit a post twice. They should have scored 2 goals. But it's a good start for Everton. Dewsbury Hall's strike was nice. I can't even lie. It was a nice strike.
Picked back up the season where he was last, so I think Everton going to be a surprise little package, I reckon.
Yeah, it could be. It could be. It's not a bad shout. And then you've got Ipswich 2, Sunderland 1. Nielsen and Gulo's free kick. Right, that was a peach.
That was a peach.
Mm-hmm.
Sunderland also very wasteful in front of goal.
Yeah.
Wasteful.
And then obviously a last minute winner. Was he your old boy, Clark, Tottenham? Is that the same one that Tottenham had? Am I thinking of someone else? Jake Clark.
That's him. Jack Clark.
Jack Clark.
Yeah.
And in the comments here, Wharton's ball to Mateta. Yeah, the ball to Mateta over the top, and the miss. I felt sorry for Wharton, because you can't hit the post from there, man. After that pass. So and the last game, Nottingham Forest, there wasn't much to it. Nottingham Forest lose to Leeds 1-0, but what there was for it was a fantastic free kick again.
Anton Stack, he's got
Stack.
He's trying to catch up to Szoboszlai. He ain't quite Szoboszlai yet. Yeah, ain't quite Szoboszlai yet, but he's good. He's good. I was interested, to be honest, whether he would get a move to a bigger Premier League club in this window just finished. But who knows? January or the end of the season, if Leeds get relegated, I don't think he stays at Leeds if they get relegated. But that might not even happen. So yeah, that'd be that. We move on to the end of the show, where we will do the play of the week, the moment of the week, and we'll do predictions. So we will continue with the same order. Oh, before we do that, Brobby messed up my FPL triple captain for nothing. Why would you even triple
Why
captain
would you
Brobby?
triple captain
What is
Brobby?
going on here? That's the question we're asking.
Listen, captaining Robbie first off is a mistake.
A
Triple
triple?
captain, a triple.
Triple captain, that's wild. First week of the season as well. Jeez.
Hi. Anton Stack has Leighton Baines vibes. Okay, and free kicks. I can see where you're going at. I can see where you're going at. But yeah, so I believe we started with Leon, right? It was Leon, Bevan, Lamont, myself, and then it'll be
That was for
Daryl.
predictions, but
Did we keep it the same for the whole thing?
Yeah, you can.
I thought we did.
For continuity.
So yeah, as Lamont has said, get your comments in the chat as well. So we are doing Player of the Week. So put your Player of the Week in the chat, and we'll read them out as well. So Leon, who is your Player of the Week?
I'm gonna give it to Jack Hitzelwood. 2 goals, especially from someone like him who he's not normally one for getting goals, but as you said, ever versatile. 4-0 in the first half is a madness, especially first game of the season.
Q in the rack.
So I'm going with Hitzelwood.
That's me, right? I am going, and there's no bias. I'm going for Christopher Solis. I think first game, got an assist, look good. Yeah, man, Solis.
Months.
I'm gonna have to go for Ryan Shirky, because he came on and changed the game for City. So realistically, as much as I don't like voting for a blue, Shirky can get that.
Okay. As is his debut, I'm gonna go for Sangare. I think he bossed that midfield, man, and it just hurts me that he's not wearing the red of Liverpool. He's wearing the red and white of them, of Brentford. Yeah, some people say that's where he should be, but we'll see in it. And by the sound of that, I think I took Daryl's one.
Yeah, same performance. Performance was great. Obviously, I saw it against my team, so how much he dominated our midfield. Made our team and our new signings look average. So I think for me that's my player of the week as well. Quality performance on his debut did it to him. That's what you want from a new signing.
Great, Leon. No, but sorry, we've got one in there. Vicky Egan as the player of the week. Yep, not bad shout at all. And AKMC player of the week is the Kuiper from Brighton. Good goal. And yeah, he has played well. He's undercover. I know you've spoken about him before to Monts about how much you rate him. So yeah. Leon, round to you. Moment of the weekend.
I'm gonna go with the Ipswich Town winner. First game of the season, big game against Sunderland. For them, I think some people expected Sunderland to win, but I'm gonna go for Ipswich Town's winner against Sunderland.
Fair.
I'm gonna go for Anton Stack's free kick against Forest to win the game 1-0. Right at the end of the game as well. Quality free kick.
I'm going for Samson's 6-yard miss for City. If you don't know who Samson is, it's Haaland.
Wait,
was it worse than Guhi's?
Guhi's not a striker.
Fair.
Brother.
Fair.
That's no.
Guhi's one was he's a centre back.
It was
though.
glaring.
He's a centre back, and his job is to head the ball. One of his jobs.
He had 2 chances of the same ilk. Agreed. No, agreed. But Haaland had the goal gaping, literally, and he decided to go with his thigh rather than diving header. Like for me, it was just, I don't know.
Boy, Ibra told him to delete his number from his phone.
Yep.
Oh, that was funny.
He told him before never to cut his hair in it.
Oh.
So I was gonna go with Hinchelwood, but I did have a secondary one, so I'll go with my secondary one because of the moment. because it spared my team's blushes. The quality of the penalty for Szoboszlai and the
No bias.
and the moment. No, I'll be biased. I told you my first choice was Hinshelwood, but just to have some variety. Szoboszlai, the penalty, the moment, yeah. To 95th minute. Literally, the game should have been done. I was actually laughing because they made a sub in 94th minute, and the person I was sitting with like, why are you making a sub before I'm meant to go? I said, yeah, they want an extra 30 seconds. Sometimes it helps, but nothing normally happens in the extra 30 seconds. But something did happen in the extra 30 seconds. We scored a winning penalty. Well, to be fair, it was scored in the 99th minute. But anyway, yeah. That's it for me.
Mine was going to be Anton Stepp's free kick, but as Bevan's going to go for that, I'm going to go for a flawless weekend from VAR, causing the debate between these two here.
Or that debate was it? That was the moment of the weekend. No, so and a little shout out to Angulo. I think we did mention it, but that was a good free kick.
That was a good free
Your first free kick in the Prem,
yeah.
that was a good free kick. It's a shame it didn't get them the point that they possibly deserved. Okay, we move on to predictions. So, same order.
Do you want me to recap on the points from last week?
Yeah.
So go on.
Yeah, so over to, for those who are watching for the first time, every week we do predictions. As I said last week, Leon was the winner last season. So well done to Leon. And he's made a great start this season, I believe. So we'll see. For you guys as well, put your predictions in as well. If you have any for the upcoming games, I'll let you know the games now so that you can put your predictions in. While then Bevan will say his piece. So you've got Liverpool versus Nottingham Forest. Liverpool versus Nottingham Forest, Spurs versus Newcastle, Man United versus Ipswich, and then Arsenal away to Aston Villa. So over to you, Bevan.
Yeah, so last week should we go in reverse order? So picking up the rear with nil point is Lamont, and then Darryl got 4 points for one correct result and one result. James got 1 point for one correct result. Darryl got 4 points. I got 5 points for one correct score and one correct result, and Leon got 2 correct scores. Well done, Leon. Leon, the reigning defending champion, is starting off the season in fine form.
Well done.
So humble over there. Look at him.
Okay.
Long way to go.
I love it.
Hey, say that, you know.
Run away with this, Leon. Come on, man. I want to see your villain arc.
But so yeah, just to confirm as well, Bevan did say it, but the way we do it, if you get the result 2-1, the win or the loss or the draw, you get 1 point. If you get the actual correct score, it's 3 points. So that's how you can get 4 points from that actual game. So Vicky has been quick. She's put Liverpool to win 2-0, Tottenham to draw 1-1, Man United to win 2-1, and Arsenal to win 4-0.
Hey, James, you might want to write that one down so we can
at
least we can last week. I know Vicky did get a correct score for the Arsenal game last week.
Yeah, she did last week as well.
Yeah.
So, James, you want to clarify what teams or what fixtures we actually do? Because AK is saying why haven't we included City and Palace?
Unfortunately, we don't have any other clubs that we support here. So to make it easy for us, we just do the teams we support. So there's only 4. Who knows? In seasons going forward, we might expand it a bit. But for now, it's easier for us just to do the teams we support. But you're more than welcome to put predictions for your own teams. And obviously, as you're going to be a regular, we'll put your scores in as well. So if people are regular with their scores, then you can be regular contributors in the conversation as well. So You gotta let me on the panel, man.
To be honest, yeah, he is on late all the time. So the times that we come on, you'd probably be proper. But you gotta be a subscriber, bro. You gotta be a subscriber.
So yeah, so cool.
But behind the scenes as well, Lamont said City fans have only existed since the 2000s or something like that.
Yeah.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
Facts.
He only
AK knows
one.
what it is.
All right, so Vicky got 4 points this week. Congrats. So Liverpool versus Nottingham Forest, same order that we did last week and we did just now with the others. Like I said last week, after 4 weeks, it will rotate to the next person. So Liverpool versus Nottingham Forest is the 12:30 kickoff. What's your score, Leon?
2-1 Liverpool.
After last week, I'm sticking to it. 2-1 Liverpool. Because
After last week, I'm sticking to it as well, but it's not my turn. It's Lamont's turn.
1-0 Liverpool.
Yeah, last week I was going to go 3-0, but I said, you know what? Let me go 2-0. So I'm going to stick 2-1 Liverpool.
And I'm going to go 2-1 Liverpool.
Okay, next game, Spurs versus Newcastle. I know Leon's thinking, what team is going to turn up? So I say again, I spoke over you.
1-1.
I'm going to go 2-2.
Right.
Oh, 1-1.
I wonder if Lamont's going to have the
Let me break the
bad luck
mold.
this season.
Let me break the mold. 2-1.
To who?
To who?
Yeah,
Spurs.
Newcastle, yeah. Well,
Right, you might have Mamouche and Savinho in by then. They might do some magic. I think everyone's going to go for a draw. So
them minutes will be...
It's my little one, isn't it?
Don't worry.
If I win, then you guys get nothing. And then obviously, if you guys win, then I'm the clown, innit?
So straight up, I was going to go 1-1. And then I thought when Leon went 1-1, I thought maybe I got 2-2, even though I can't see us scoring 2. Unless the starting lineup and the attacking force changes. So I'm just going to stick to 1-1 now. See, you know, yeah, makes for me that makes sense.
Daryl's gone 1-1. Okay, Man United versus Ipswich.
2-0 United.
I'm going to go 2-1 United.
1-0 United.
2-0 United.
2-1 United.
Okay, and the last game of the week, which is on Monday, Aston Villa versus Arsenal.
2-0 Arsenal.
Sky. I can't wait to the shit switches round, man. Oh,
I'm
sorry.
going 3-0 Arsenal.
How did we let the defending champ go first?
Because they deserved it. Brentford went first last season.
That's gonna be,
Yeah.
that's gonna be,
Don't worry, it's a rotation. He gets 4 weeks. He gets 4 weeks. Everyone gets a chance to go first.
It's gonna be Irish like Usain Bolt, bro. We ain't catching him.
Don't put your no heebie-jeebies on my scorelines, bro.
Bro, he got lucky last year, bro. He beat me on the last day. He got lucky.
Bro, there's no luck in predictions, bro.
At one point, even with my poor record, I was bleeding. So, yeah.
Giving Lamont too much time. Come on, Lamont.
Bevan's waiting to see this as well. He just asked a question just now.
Monday night, yeah?
Yeah.
Will he?
It's going to be 2-1 Arsenal.
Boy, I was going to ask if you need to phone a friend, bruv.
I'm going 3-0 Arsenal.
I'm going 2-0 Arsenal.
Okay. We have the results in. And we also have one more from AKMC in the chat, who has gone 2-1 to Liverpool, 1-0. Why are you doing it backwards? 1-0 Spurs lose.
Wow.
Just wanted to say the Spurs name in it. You can tell.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Man United to win 1-0 and Arsenal to win 2-0. And obviously, as a City fan, he believes City is going to win 3-1. The only one was Spurs lose, you know. Imagine.
Bro, he's moving like a Chelsea or West Ham fan.
But I guess as the Spurs fans on there, he's only going with the guys that are on here. So I'll give the benefit of the doubt. But yeah, boy, we've come to the end of this week's show. Once again, apologies for the beginning. There has been some complications with YouTube and our connectivity, but we endeavour to do better next week. We appreciate you for watching. And if you haven't, before you leave, make sure you like. We've had enough people on here, but the likes have not matched the watchers. So, like it. But boy, it's been a good evening. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to share, and hit that notification button. It's been Armchair Pundits. Peace out.
Peace.